Hi guys, it's Carol. I know it's been a long time since I put out a video, but I'm back. So I'm just doing a redo on this set that I have on. I am doing so much in my community right now that I just don't have the time to, until after St. Patrick's Day, things will slow down for me. So I really couldn't do a fresh set over. I did break the pinky, so my intentions was to fill it in, but there was nothing to fill in because they hadn't been on that long. But I am going to do on this video just a repair, take the top coat off of my nails and put a fresh top coat on. Because like you guys know, I do color. And so my nails kind of look a little bit dingy. But I did break the pinky nail, and you can see where it kind of broke deep. So right here, I'm just pushing back the cuticles and cleaning up the torsion that is stuck to the nails. And just prepping as if I was going to do a backfill, but there was literally nothing to backfill. Right? So I was like, listen, if I'm going to fill this nail in, I am going to have to do it. I'm going to make a quick video because I haven't done one in a while. So I'm at home and my Kiara Sky, the handheld part, is not functioning well. So I ended up abandoning the e-file, and I had to go in completely hand filing this set. I placed my camera in the wrong position, so my hand kept going off camera. So I had to delete a lot of stuff, but you guys get the idea. All I'm doing is removing that top layer of clear gel. And as soon as St. Patrick's Day is over, I will come up with something else. But golly, guys, I just have myself overtasked right now. So this video is going to be about, by the time I put the intro and the outro, it will be about 24 minutes, 23 minutes and change. So it's not a very long one. So as you can see, I'm just using my hand file in an 80 grit to remove the top coat of, I believe that was not polished glosset. So it came up very easily. And I'm just gently buffing my pinky and getting ready to lay a fresh nail on that one. Now, the powder is going to look different on my nail simply because I used Valentino Blossom on this set. And I took it into the shop at work and left it there. So I had to use something else. So I'm using the not polished tips. And this is in the straight stiletto, coffin set. And I chose one the size of my pinky, make sure it fits wall to side wall. And I'm using a straight edge razor, a straight edge clipper to cut the excess free edge. I think I went a little bit too short, but it's not going to be on there that long, I promise. And yeah, I'm wearing some gloves just cut out, trying to minimize my exposure to products. I haven't experienced any sensitivity, but I just figured I'd practice a little caution. So I'm using Valentino blushing, but it still wasn't the right shade of pink, or it didn't even come close to the shade of pink. And I'm using some Entourage Nail Gallery Monomer, and this is the Protein Bond by Young Nails. And I used 2 coats of the Protein Bond. We're going to go in with some Entourage Nail Gallery Clear because we are working with glitters, and whenever you guys know we work with glitters, I always put a clear layer down. And guys, you might see some fuzz on my brush. Some of the Klinsky bristles are sticking out. I eventually cut those off, but when I stored my brush, I stored it inappropriately, and so some of the bristles got rumpled, I should say. Yeah, so I'm putting down a clear layer. This went down a little bit thicker than I would have normally wanted to go. But guys, I was so tired over the weekend. I was just like, just get that in. I even managed to get to go to church this weekend, which sometimes I don't have a chance to, which was great. I have to give some time to God. And of course, you guys remember this glitter that I mixed. And I'm going to put the glitter towards the tip and arrange them so they sort of like spread out and be visible. Yeah, and these just have like some shamrocks in there and some glitter. And so I am just rearranging them and making sure I distribute them nicely. And then now I'm just going to go in with a clear bead. Yeah, I'm so tired. My tongue doesn't even want to work. I'm going in with a clear bead and I am encapsulating. And I use a little bit of a roll over method where I roll the clear over the encapsulate, what I'm intending to encapsulate so that it doesn't shift them and move them out of place. Yeah, this nail was a little bit shorter than I really wanted it to, but it's all good. It's a pinky. It could be shorter. Of course, if my hand doesn't go off the screen, I don't feel good. So I'm going to tell you ahead of time, this particular nail came out a tad bit chunkier than I would have wanted it to. But in the hand filing process, I'll show you how I bring it back down to normal size. So I'm getting a little bit of the pink to fill in the back. Oops, I dropped one of my... So you can see it's just not the same color pink. So I put a bead in the back and I'm drawing it forward. Get rid of my little green dot in there. How have you guys been doing? I know it must have felt like, oh my God, Carol abandoned us. No, honey, they have me working way too hard over here at Entourage Hair and Nail Gallery. Yes, I pull it forward, sort of like blend it. Police up the side walls. Just policing up the side walls, making sure that it's not stuck to my skin. And now I'm just going to encapsulate the entire nail. And it probably wasn't necessary because the nail was already a little bit thick. But I don't like to file directly on the pigmented powder. But I think eventually I would have to anyways. All right, so we're going to clean up a little bit so I can have some working space. Make sure my brush is clean. And most important, we're not going to waste that little bit of monomer in there. We're just going to save it for in my little swatch jar for swatching something later. Don't waste monomer, guys. It's expensive. I have a video out explaining what I just did and what I'm going to do with that product in that jar. So if you would like, you can click on the videos and scroll down until you come to the one where we talk about what do you do with the leftover monomer. So right now I'm just policing up the sides, going over the top, resurfacing the nail. And I'm using a Mia Secret 180 hand file. It's a little bit softer for going around my side walls and my cuticle area. And if you find yourself in a position where you have to do a guest nails and you are having to hand file, I would definitely suggest a 180. I can't remember where I got those. I think I went to my local beauty supply store and they had those at the local beauty supply store. I'm checking to make sure there's no lifting because I gotta go at least another 2 weeks with these before I take them off. I'm checking the pinky to make sure it's dried and it's ready to be filed. And I'm gonna go underneath it and start shaping from the underneath. I'm dislodging some product stuck to my skin. So I'm filing over the top of that pinky nail to bring the bulk of the pinky nail down. Taking away bulk, file it from the top. So there's a slight difference in the color of the powder, but I'm not too worried about it. And I believe there's a video out with me actually putting this original set down. And so I wasn't too worried about it. If you really want to see the video, you can check that out. And I only did my left hand. Yes, guys, I'm struggling to get this video finished. But I'm in the shop by myself right now, and I'm working out the details of this nail. And sure enough, my ring doorbell is gonna go off. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just hand filing, retrofitting these nails to fit the entire set. The pinky came out a little bit thicker than the rest of them. And that sometimes happens if you're not doing it all of them at the same time. I'm checking to make sure that I am sealed well. And you'll notice that I'm going over the top a lot. That's because I'm trying to really bring the bulk down. So if you're having issues with bulky nails, try working the nails from the top and from the bottom too. If you're using an e-file, you can go on the bottom and remove some of that thickness from the bottom as well. So as I was saying, guys, I am doing a whole lot. I'm still in the game. I haven't left. I just needed to unplug from one end so I can pay attention to something else I'm doing on the other hand, if I'm going to do it well enough. And so shortly after this Friday, y'all will see me again. But I really wanted to put a video out because I haven't done one in a while. So right here you observe I'm just buffing them all out. I'm feeling to see if they're nice and smooth. And on this buffer, I'm going to use all three sides. So I'm using the courses of the three sides right now. And I'm going to go down on all of the nails. And guys, these are not going to be on for very long after Friday. That's all I need. Today is what, Tuesday? I just need them to hang in until Friday, and then this set comes down for me to go into my Easter set. I haven't gone out shopping for my products yet, so probably I will take you guys on a shopping run with me. See what I do when I go shopping. And I usually don't do gloves when I'm doing my nails. I actually liked it. I have been all about protecting safety and stuff like that. And making sure I wear a face mask, making sure I use my dust collector. Even though I'm not using one right here. I wasn't doing a whole lot of e-filing. Yeah, I kind of think I like the glove thing, so you might see that a little bit more in my videos. It felt really good keeping the rest of my skin unexposed. So right here, you guys know I like to use a little bit of cuticle oil and go around the cuticles. This is my first opportunity to see firsthand if the nails are sealed properly. If you have lifting, sometimes if you're doing cuticle hydration during the weekend, so if you have lifting, you would literally see the oil travel under the nail. So right here we have no lifting, it's sealed. I can see the product go all the way around. If you pinch and expand the video, you will be able to observe it as well, that there is no lifting and it's completely sealed. At this point, I think I'm about to gloss it. Yep, with not polished, gloss it. Needs to be cured in the UV lamp. And I try holding my hands facing the camera in some of the shots, and it kind of made me go off camera. I'll show you what I mean. I usually have sort of like a hybrid stance where my nail is pointing away from me. So when I turn my hand around like this, it slightly went off camera in some of the shots. So I just wanted to give you different options on how to polish your finished work. Cleaning up some flooding on the side. This angle also gives me the opportunity to see on the opposite side of the nail, the side that is not closest to me, whether or not I polished it, because I started noticing that I can sometimes miss a thin line on the outer side of the nail, the side that's not closest to me. So trying a new position. And now I am going to do the final cuticle drop. And I don't know about you guys, but I do cuticle oil throughout the week. I do shampoo a lot. And so my skin get dry. And at this point, I like to massage the cuticle oil on the rest. After I finish my nail, what residue is left over, I add some lotion to that and lotion my hands with it. You can actually see the sealing on the nail. Oh, it felt so good. And it smells really good. This one has more of like a pineapple smell to it. I'm inspecting them to make sure that they're all healthy and there's no flooding, no lifting, and that they're completely sealed. I missed you guys. I can't tell you how much of a struggle I have been having to even produce this video. I promise you guys, give me a few and I would be back. I want to say thank you for those of you who are watching, and those who expressed that they miss me. I miss you more. Have a good day.